Oh, hello everybody, welcome back to our playthrough. We are on episode 51, and we're carrying on from our previous episode where we had started building our stone building. You can see it in front of us right now, the roof is about 50% complete. We had to run out and grab some more trees, or some more wood, and now we're just going to get back and finish off this roof. We are also going to put some decorative pieces on the front just to kind of fill in the gaps, so it's not just a triangular kind of shaped wooden roof with no walls on either side. We will fill those gaps in. There we go. Last piece, perfect. And you can also see when I'm highlighting the wooden roof tiles, they're all green in terms of their stability. That is because we're building with stone on the walls, which with the stone, it increases the distance that you can have your stability for building a lot further. And then when you place wooden roof bits or wooden wall sections on the stone, even though the stone is 3 sections of wall high, so technically 6, it is blue when it's connected to the stone, so it's still technically considered 100% stable, which is one of my favorite parts about building with stone. And we've filled in the gaps on the corners of the walls, as you can see there, with those kind of pillar segments. They do look a little bit janky, I will be honest, because they're not just smooth like stone blocks, they are like pillars. But again, I didn't want the open gaps on the walls because it just looked a bit awkward. Alright, so we're going to fill in the roof wall segments with these parts here. They're kind of just like decorative extra parts, but they will allow us to actually fill the gaps in, so that we can have a pretty much completely closed off building. We do quickly need to put a ladder or a set of stairs going up to the roof. So we just bonk these here. Go. It's so awkward when a Viking climbs these little ladders. They jump up every step. But because he's jumping and he's in the air, his arms are out to the side. It's so weird. It's not treated like a set of like stairs or a ladder. It's treated a bit like I don't know, some kind of awkward step ladder that you have to jump down. There we go. Get those 3 on there, and then try and position these ones. It can be a bit awkward when you're building something that's right in front of you. There we go. Get that one, perfect. And this one here. There we go. So that has left us with some rectangular shaped holes that we can now fill in with wood wall segments. Should make everything look nice and pretty. Not least a bit better than it did anyway. This is still a very rudimentary building. I did say with our last episode that I wasn't going for beauty with this building. I was going for function, which is that I wanted a separate building with a pretty decent amount of floor space so that we can fit pretty much every piece of comfort increasing decoration in there that we possibly can. And that's pretty much what we're going to spend most of today's episode doing as well. Once the building itself is completed, I will be putting in all of the decorative pieces. We're going to be building a lot of the new decoration. Just putting the stone cutter table back in that corner, as we don't currently need it. Also going to repair our stuff. Took a little bit of durability damage because we did fall off the roof a couple of times in the previous episode when we were trying to build the walls. There we go. That's not looking too bad. Although one thing I have forgotten is I haven't put the wall segments on the back of the building, which we're probably going to have to do, but we have run out of wood as well, so let's go out and grab some more. Oh, we left our gate open again. Ah, dear me. I haven't even closed it this time. Oh, we're going to have to remember to start closing that gate. Now, one thing I haven't mentioned yet, but it's something I noticed whilst watching back some old footage, some footage in the future, technically of where we are now, is that the positioning of the walls and the buildings that I've got for our little base actually makes life 10 times easier for us when it comes to any kind of invasion or attack that happens. So we haven't really had that many. I mean, I'll be honest with you, I'm very surprised that we are getting towards the end of the swamp biome, and we've only had 1 attack so far, I believe. I think it was a grade off attack, the forest moving, I think. Pretty sure that's the only attack that we've had, or the raid, or whatever they call them. It's basically where the red circle appears on your minimap, and it basically appears where you are, and you get attacked by monsters from a certain biome, or a certain specific type of monster. Now, so with the position of our buildings and with the wall being so close to them, if a raid was to happen whilst we're stood in our base, it's going to be very unlikely that any of the monsters will spawn inside the walls, because there's very little room for them to actually do that. And if I'm stood inside the walls in a building, I'm stood too close for them to spawn. So the good news is they will spawn further away in the red circle that appears on the minimap, and they will spawn outside the walls, which will make life, again, a lot easier for us when dealing with attacks. Now, there are flying creatures that can spawn in these attacks sometimes, so in future attacks we might have to be concerned about those. They might attack our pigs, or our boar, sorry. And also those walls aren't going to hold off things like trolls and any other big monsters in future attacks as well. So we will have to be very on point, very on the ball when it comes to making sure that if we do get attacked, we are there and we are taking them on and keeping their attention on myself rather than letting them have free reign to just attack wall segments and buildings. But yeah, I think with the positioning of the buildings, especially with this one being right here, it kind of removes the monster's abilities to spawn inside the walls completely. Especially if I put a big campfire or a big hearth inside this building here. So it's basically just an unofficial or an unintended benefit of building all our buildings so close together and then walling it off very close as well. Okay, so it's just at night time. It's getting a bit difficult to see, but we should be able to finish off these segments, and then we might be able to sleep through the night. Are we missing wood again? I think we are. I'm going to jump off onto the boat. Ooh, ouch. Wow, I'm on 3 health. Oh, no, this guy's attacking the boat. Will you leave my boat alone? It's a neck. I can already tell it's a neck. He's swimming away now. Why is it when I come close to stop them attacking my boat, their neck? They swim away, but then if I leave, they then come back. Little sod. Go away. Right, let's just sleep through the night and get rid of this darkness so that we can actually see what we're doing. Getting a bit frustrating trying to build stuff in the dark. Day 69. Nice. Okay, just refresh the food buffs. We've gone for the 3 stamina food again to keep our stamina nice and high. Don't really need a massive amount of health, as we are just building, and I'm not expecting any big attacks to happen, although it could. There is a chance that the attacks could happen whilst I'm here. I'm really hoping that they don't, because I don't really want the majority of my buildings to be destroyed, but it could happen. To be fair, I'm not really that concerned about attacks, as with these attacks that spawn, you can only get creatures from previous biomes. Now, there are several different types of attacks, and they have several different levels for them. So as you progress through the game, you unlock more and more levels, but then pretty much attacks can pretty much happen from any of the ones that you've already unlocked. But it's not like we're going to, say, be on the mountain and then have an attack happen from creatures from the plains, which would be too strong and too powerful for us to take on. That would be a bit unfair. So even if we do get attacked, that crafting table on the roof looks awkward. It's just kind of floating. Yeah, even if we do get attacked, I'm really not that concerned by them. I'm fairly confident in taking on the majority of creatures that can attack us, so we should be okay. Even if we do get a troll attack, I can take on trolls very easily in this armor level, and with the weapons I have. Even with the blunt damage that they're resistant to, I'm still going to be able to take them down fairly easily with an iron mace that's upgraded to level 3. Or we could just run into the base and pull out our bronze sword, which is also upgraded. Quite easily take on trolls. And the same with abominations. Now, don't get me wrong, I've mentioned abominations a few times. I don't actually know if they can spawn in enemy attacks or the raids, whatever you call them. I've never actually seen it, so I'm not 100% sure if that can happen, but I suppose we'll find out as we progress through the game. Alright, there we are. Look at that. That's looking quite nice. Got our little window here. We've left one segment of the top end of the back part of the building open, so the wall segment, we've left that open because we are going to have a hearth in there for the added comfort that a hearth gives. I think hearth gives +2 to comfort. I think. I could be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. But we also want a little section open on the wall so that the smoke can fly out, can ventilate out of the building. Okay, let's get started on putting in some decorative pieces. Right, so we're going to chuck a stone cutter there. We've already got one up in the main base, but we're going to put one there now just so I don't have to run back and grab it. We're going to put our hearth here. Oh, hang on. There we go. Let's position it so it's nice and central. That's not too bad. I mean, it's 2 blocks there, but we can always put a few decorative pieces in this corner. Okay, so hearth. Let us dry out quickly to see what rest of bonus we get. Comfort level 4. So actually, no, the hearth doesn't seem to give you any increased amount of comfort. I think it's just standard. Can still hear that neck going for our boats. I'm just going to repair them quickly so they don't damage them further. Yeah, I quite like this stone building. I think it looks very good, and we could build a pathway, like a stone pathway from each building, and have like a little path that we can walk along. Okay, just trying to decide what we currently need to take with us in terms of comfort stuff. Ah, so we did take the stone cutter down. My bad, I forgot. Pop it back in the corner. Right, so we need some iron. We also want some bronze. If we want bronze nails and iron nails for some of the decorative pieces we're going to build, so we're just going to build make a few of them at least so we've got enough. We might just turn all 3 iron bars into nails. But I do think with that... Oh no, we've still got a stack. Okay, I thought that with those 3 iron bars that we were pretty much done on iron, but we still have a full stack of 30 for any future building that we might need it for. Okay, we're going to need fine wood, we're going to need standard wood, so let's grab a stack of fine wood. Still got 20 on us, but we'll take some more. We've got core wood as well, which we're going to need. What else? Oh god, will you leave my boats alone? This neck, look at him swimming away. Right, we've got his attention. Come here. Come to the shore, come on. No, don't swim towards the boat, come here. Leave my boats alone. That 102 damage to his face. Wow. That's what you get. You get a proper swing. Right, decorative pieces, furniture, here we are. So, first things first, I want a throne, as this will give us a +2 bonus to our comfort. So we're currently comfort 4 with the hearth, and having cover. Pop the throne in. Oh, actually it gives us +3, even better, so that gives us 7 comfort. Then obviously we want a kind of rug on the floor, which gives us another 1, which gives us comfort 8. Next we are going to place down a table. We're going to put one of... Oh, this table? What type of table are we going to put in? There are future tables that we can build that will give us higher comfort as well, but we can't build those yet, so for now we're just going to stick with a standard wooden table here. Gives us +1 to a 9. And we are going to stick some decorative wooden chairs around the table, even though you'll notice here with the chairs I'm putting in, our comfort isn't going any higher. So we're still comfort 9 after the table being added, but those 2 chairs haven't increased it further. Next, we're going to stick some item frames on the walls. Now, I'm not 100% sure if these actually do increase comfort, but I want to put these here as something to hang monster heads and maybe even boss heads off in the future, if we go and take on the bosses again. Again, I want it to look pretty on the inside, as the inside of the building is what I'm going to be looking at more often. So, yeah, we're going to stick some monster heads and stuff up there. Let's dump the stone, as we don't need that currently. But yeah, there is, I believe it's the planes. When we get to the planes, we'll have another level of table that we can build that will increase our comfort further, but we can't build that yet. So, we're just going to leave it as is. Okay, what do we want next? Got some item stands. We need an armor stand. So an armor stand is something that you can build that you can hang a full set of armor and a weapon or something in each hand. So you can have a shield and a sword, or a shield and an axe, something like that. I'm not sure if you can do 2 axes or 2 swords or anything along those lines, but it might be something that we can do. But the armor stand itself does increase your comfort, so you do want to have at least one of those. You could have several if you really wanted. Several armor stands will give you several places to put armor if your chests are getting full. But as with every other comfort item in the game, it only gives you 1 comfort increase. So you can't have 3 armor stands and get +3 to your comfort bonus. You only get 1. You only get them from 1 source. Okay, armor stand. Now with armor stands it's always awkward to learn which way around they're facing. I'm pretty sure when you look at the armor stand you can see those wooden blocks at the top and in the middle that are facing towards us. I'm pretty sure that's the wrong way round that I've put it. I'm pretty sure they have to be facing backwards for the armor stand to be facing the correct way, but we'll find out when we actually put the armor on the stand. Next thing we're putting up for comfort is these banners. I'm going to put 1 either side of the throne itself, but again, we only get 1 comfort bonus from that. Try and make it as level as possible, is that right? Yeah, look at that. Pretty much spot on that. So we're currently on comfort 11. Now this is the maypole, which is something I have briefly mentioned before. Now the maypole, and there is a Christmas tree as well, are seasonal comfort increasing items. So once we dry out, you'll see my comfort should have gone up to 12, maybe even 13. So I will cover that once. I just want to check with when the wet debuff wears out. Comfort 12, so yes, we did get the +1 from the maypole. So with maypole, there is, I'm pretty sure it's either 3 or 6 months of the year that you can actually build that. When it's summertime, I'm guessing it would change depending on what time code you're in for the world. So because I'm in England, when it's, say, March, April time and it hits summertime in the UK, the game unlocks the ability for people to build the maypole, which gives you an increase to comfort. And then when it comes to UK winter time, we gain the ability to build a Christmas tree, which will also increase our comfort. Now, again, with these, you can only build 1 of them. You can build multiples if you really want, but you only get 1 comfort increase from them. Once you've built them, as long as you don't take them down, you still get the comfort bonus all year round. And you can have both built at the same time, so you can have a maypole and a Christmas tree, and you get 2 comfort bonus from them. So if you don't like the look of the maypole, because it is a bit strange looking, if you don't like the look of it, you can always just put it around the back of the building. As long as it's close enough to the building itself, it should still give you the comfort bonus. But one thing to be aware of when you're building a comfort room or a building for having a max level of comfort in there, the comfort does have a range, like a radius around it. So every item you place that increases comfort, it has a radius around it. So you need to have things in kind of a close enough area so that you're getting the max bonus that you can. And I think this building is kind of on the border of being the right size. That's why I'm putting multiples of certain things down, so that we are having several overlapping zones where we'll get the maximum amount of comfort that we can. I'm pretty sure the max at the minute is like 18, 19. It might even be a bit higher than that with Ashlands. So that does give you a pretty mega amount of time. Yes, as you can see there, putting stuff on the armor stand, it is facing the wrong way. Silly, I want it facing us, so I need to make sure those blocks are facing backwards. There we go. I have to do the same with this one. And we are going to put our bronze and our basic leather armor set. With the iron armor set, I don't think we're going to be needing the bronze set. If we do need it, we can always come back and get it in future. And then to place items on the armor stand, it's exactly the same as the item stand. So you need to have the item on your hotbar. You need to be looking at the item stand, hover over the item on your hotbar, and then to activate it, which will then place the item on the stand. So you can see here we've got leather helmet, leather tunic, leather trousers on the hotbar. Oh, taking the pickaxe off, we'll do that in a second. Hover and activate, hover and activate, hover and activate, and then all 3 are now placed on the stand. And then if you want to take the items off, you can look at the stand and activate again. Just activate the actual stand itself and it will start taking pieces off. And then we're going to stick a Draugr trophy, a Abomination trophy, which looks kind of cool actually. Look at that massive like wooden, intertwined like wooden head. That's strange. I'm going to stick a Leech trophy because they're quite big. There we go. That's pretty cool for a leech on like that. And then we're also going to stick a Surtling trophy, which is a flaming head. Now this Surtling trophy will actually provide a little bit of light source for us in that room. Not that we're going to need it with the big stone hearth, but it does provide a little bit of a light source. We are also going to take some weapons and shields with us so that we can just fill up the armor stands completely. We are going to have to take this wooden shield down off here, so let's find something to replace that with. Let's do the bronze axe. Go. Back into this room. I do apologise that this is quite a large information dump that I'm giving you all right now. So when you're putting weapon and shield on the armor stand, it doesn't hold it in like the hands, it puts it on the back. But again, I just like having it. It also saves like room in the chest, so I mean, it kind of makes life a little bit easier in the way of managing our inventory. But yes, as I was saying, I do apologise for the massive information dump that I'm giving you all when it comes to comfort and building this room. There is a lot to cover, and I do want to make sure that I'm covering all the different pieces that we build. Here's our next piece that we're going to put in, which is a new bed. We should have enough room for this up against this wall here. Now this is our standard bed. There we go, spawn point set, comfort 13. There is a higher level of bed that we can build in the future, but we have to be on the mountain for that. So for now we are just going to leave it, quick repair. We're just going to leave it as the standard bed, but we will swap that over to the bigger bed, and we'll probably have to move some things around to fit it in properly. But yeah, that's what we're going to... I think we have to be on the mountain because we need wool pelts for that, and we've only got a couple so far, and I think we need more than what we currently have. But yeah, that's pretty much all the comfort stuff that we can stick in that room currently. And the 13 maximum should give us, I think you get 7 minutes as standard, so we should get, I think it's 20 minutes of rested bonus if we rest in that building, which is very nice. 20 minutes is a significant increase to the 12 to 13 minutes we were getting previously. Now we are going to focus on working on the garden, pick the plants, replant them. Hopefully we've got a decent amount of turnips now. We've also planted some carrot seeds just to make sure we keep the stocks high on those. I'm not sure if we're going to replant these carrot seeds. We might do, but I don't know. It's just because we've got lots of carrots in the chest and we're not using a huge amount of them currently, so it's probably a good idea just to save these for future use. We've got 36 turnips, so we are going to replant 15 of them. Let's see, let's just start putting them in and we'll see what we stop at. There we go, we did do 15. Oh, how did you get in here? So, I see, that section of wall isn't to the water. Oh, how dare you hit my wooden fence? Why would you just randomly hit a fence? There's nothing even in there for you. But yeah, that section of wall isn't going all the way to the coast, so it's making it very easy for grey dwarfs to just wander around that section. We'll have to remember to close that off at some point. Right, food chest. We have over 30 turnips now, which are ready to cook with, so we can, at some point soon, we'll look at making some of the turnip recipes, so we've got the highest level of food available. Also got our fishing rod and bait there. We need to take that out as well. I would like to showcase the fishing mechanic at some point. We will do that. I'm not sure when, but we will do that at some point. Right, how are we doing on meads? We've got a decent amount of poison and health meads. Right, so let's have a look at cauldrons. So we've got sausages, which are current top level. Let's have a look at what else we can make. Okay, sausages, yep, we've got plenty of those. We've got 9 of them. Turnip stew, which we need boar meat and 3 turnips, but they are a really good food level, so we'll probably make some of those right now. So boar meat and turnips. I have to make sure we remember to pick up the items. There we go. Cauldrons. A turnip stew gives us 55 stamina and 18 health, I believe it is. What else are we going to make? Come on, cauldron. It's kind of awkward because we have to angle ourselves properly. So we're going to make the black soup as well, or the blood soup, I think it is. This one gives us, I think it's 50 stamina or 50 health. Black soup, 50 health, 17 stamina, so that's a decent health food. I'm going to make this one first because I want to make a few of them. And then I think we'll go back and make the turnip stew after that. 6 of them, let's make 10 in total just so we don't run out anytime soon. Again, we're looking at making the top level of food so that we can go on and take on the swamp boss very soon. There isn't a huge amount left for us to do. Nope, apparently we're going to make more than 10. We're going to make 13 of them currently. I think that's just used all of the blood bags that we had on us, so we will have to make sure when we go back to the swamp in future that we take out some leeches and get some more blood bags, because there are other things they're used for in future. I think the healing potion is one of them. Okay, what else are we going to look at making? I think the reason why I decided not to make the turnip stew was because it's using 3 turnips per one, which is quite a lot. To make 10 of these, I'd have to use up the majority of my my turnips. And I think there is another one we can make that uses swamp items, but doesn't use turnips. Okay, let's just pop these back in here for now. Put the honey back at the top. Turnips over here. Here's stew. Quite good. Muck shake. That's the one, I think. Yeah, 50 stamina, 16 health. So if we can make some more muck shakes. Where's muck shake? That's deer stew. That's not bad. Carrot soup. Carrot soup's another good option. Muck shake, there we go. It's just strawberries and blueberry. Oh, we've got 1 blueberry left. Ah, okay, so that's not good. Might have to go back to the Black Forest at some point and gather some more blueberries. Yeah, not a bad episode altogether. I think we've finished off our main building, our comfort building. It's got all the comfort items in there, so I'm pretty happy with that so far. Oh, there's some wood stuff. Oh, there was a grey dwarf over here. I must have killed it and not looted its items. Yeah, we finished our comfort building. We've started crafting some of the high level food with the turnips. We're just going to dump that max level stuff in there for now, because I think we're going to pop off to the Black Forest to gather some Black Forest materials like blueberries. We might even want some more grey dwarf eyes and stuff, so we're just going to take some lower level food for that. But yeah, I think now is a pretty good time to end our episode. We will we'll look at going to the Black Forest in our next episode and doing a bit more farming of certain things. But yes, this is our new comfort building. It's now getting to night time, so we'll probably have a quick sleep in here, get the max level of comfort, which is 13. I also like to come into this building when we've got, like in future episodes, we'll be coming into this room and eating our food in here. The reason is that once you've got the rested bonus, you will get, you will heal up quicker as well because you're rested, so I might as well combine the two. So we're sitting there resting to get the comfort bonus, to get a quite high rested level, and then we're also going to eat the food so that we can get the higher level of health regeneration, so we heal up quicker. Doesn't make much of a difference now that we've only got about 30 or 40 health, but it will make a big difference in future when we're getting close to 150 to 200 health. We're going to want to heal up as quick as possible, so yeah. But yes, anyway, we'll end the episode now as we're setting sail, so thank you everybody for watching. I certainly hope you've enjoyed this one. I do apologise for the massive amount of information I've had to put across for this, but it's been pretty good. We've got loads done, and I will catch you in the next episode.